State Senate 35?
Yep.
Corey Poitier.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I gotta tell you, it's a great day to be in Florida, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
I mean, sometimes it's a little hot, but that nice breeze comes through.
Oh, yes.
But I gotta tell you, it reminds me of why we are here. In this great nation, we have found out that there are so many people of color that we could say have helped found this nation. Just like Michael said, Crispus Attucks was the first person to die in the cause for the American Revolution. He was the first person. We had founding fathers that helped with the Declaration, not just the Declaration of Independence, but also with the Constitution, who are people of color. And you understand something, as a history teacher, a government teacher, an economics teacher, I thrive on letting everybody know that we, all of us, have been a part of this country since the beginning. We just weren't brought in as slaves, as they tried to make it seem like Africa was this giant utopia of black people and, you know, white people showed up and ruined the party. It's actually a cause that we have been everywhere. And together we have built this nation. Yes, it does have a shameful past, but we have a brilliant future ahead. And we have to make sure that the progressives do not take hold and ruin this great nation. Because I'll tell you right now, going on that hint of the new Black Panther Party, if they start a violent uprising in August, what will happen is the government will cause a martial law. And through martial law, they will impose socialist communist action. And therefore, we become the United Socialist States of America like that. And where they think that there will be martyrs for the cause, they will be the first people that will be in prison. And the first ones to die by the government that they thought they were putting into action. We have to stop these kind of things. We need to stop fighting each other and work together to keep our capitalist society where everybody comes here from the Caribbean, from South America, from Europe, because they want an opportunity to make every bit of happiness as they could. That's what was in the Declaration of Independence, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that happiness is making our own way, being responsible for ourselves. And that's one of the things I'm fighting for to keep in our state of Florida, because 10th Amendment right says that no mandate by the United States government can force us to take health care. Okay. I want to take health care when I want to. Keep your hands out of my pocket. Keep your hands out of my taxes. We need to keep our taxes low. Because what we will wind up with is a new kind of slavery. Because it started in 1934 with FDR. He gave the black people welfare. That was the new slavery. So Lincoln took us out of chains. And what was Lincoln? A Republican. The Democrats created a whole nation to keep us picking cotton for free. And in the 50s, you have the Republicans giving us civil rights through Martin Luther King, who was what? A Republican. And we had to hogtie the Democrat Party again to help make sure that we got civil rights. I'll give you that history lesson in a brief snapshot to let you know. Progressives are dangerous. They threaten our freedoms. And they threaten the state of Florida because we don't want what happened in California to happen here. So as I like to say, what happened in the CA should not happen in LA. Because we cannot have a socialist society here. Because I will not be limited by my government. I'd rather be limited by the people. Because if people don't want to buy my product, that's okay. Somebody else will buy it. But the government will not dictate to me. It's like Thomas Jefferson said, when people are afraid of the government, that is tyranny. When the government is afraid of the people, that's liberty. Let's do that. I'm telling you how it is because that's the truth of the matter. It is not, and it is being perceived. And as an educator, I make sure that the kids that come into my classroom get a full-rounded education. That's why in the state of Florida, I am for education reform, to make sure that kids get the knowledge that they need to be competitive in the world. I'm also for lowering taxes in this great nation because guess what? We pay too much in this state as it is, and businesses pay even more. So those of you with a small business, you're paying way too much. Way too much. And guess what? As these taxes get put in and these new social programs get put in, you'll be paying way too much. And it'll be a downfall in our society. We will all be in the new slavery, which is not through chains, but through checks.
Yeah.
And we'll be all sucking on the government teat.
Yep. Amen.
You guys got to understand that this is the way. It is not a black-white issue. This isn't racism to disagree with anybody. It isn't racism to not like the policies of a president, even if he is the first black one.
That's right.
We are indifferent to policies that will hurt our nation as a whole, and especially this great state of Florida. We should have energy independence where we, like in Alaska, collect a check from our energy resources.
Absolutely.
How much would that better our society down here when we have expendable capital to do other great things with it, invest in our businesses, in our children, and so on. We need to make sure on an education front that we expand the McKinney Scholarship to more low-income people and to go out to people who have a diversity of education through parochial schools and private schools, because I don't believe a child learns the same way as every other child. We need to make sure that children get that specific information and delivered it in a way that they can understand and comprehend. Also, I want to use the Wisconsin model on welfare because I believe that we are creating, once again, a nanny state through welfare. I want it to become a workfare situation so that there will be an opportunity for those people to become individuals again and off the government teeth and on their own feet, become taxpayers, and that kind of self-confidence they can teach to their children and say, look, I fell down, but now, through my own bootstraps and through this program, I brought myself up. And you can do the same thing. It is very important that we vote together in November. We need to remember in November. Remember all the things that they shoved down our throats. We need to clear the house of progressives. Because the only progressive I like is the insurance company. Understand me on that. You need to be with me on that. So we need to spread it to the black community. We need to spread it to the Hispanic community. We need to spread it all around. But we have to make sure that we get that word out. That's why we're here today. That's why Ms. Kilcullen is here every Saturday. And we have to make sure that Michael gets his word out every day. So those of you listening and watching, there is no message of hate here. It's a message of love and unity. Use your mind, and you will see everything that we're talking about. My name is Corey Poitier. You can see us at electcoreypoitier.com. Thank you very much.